Howard, my dad was T-boned by a utility vehicle. What should I do?
Aiken Law is injury law made personal. If you've been hurt at work, in a car accident, or suffered a medical mistake, call 312-6-million.
Yeah, we're still out there, and you know, we're scouting, and you know, there's more than just the first pick. Obviously, you've got 20 picks and not drafted free agents that are part of you know, a draft, and you know, we feel we've got a pretty good sense of where things are and getting organized, and we'll get together in person shortly to start preparing for the draft. You know, Mike Shirley leads the charge there, and he's done a really good job, and the staff and the support group has been outstanding. We've got a lot of people going out and seeing players from front office to our scouting department, and you know, we look forward to getting there. It's an exciting time for the White Sox, not only because of what we've been able to accomplish so far, but get a chance to add, you know, that level of talent with the first pick is something that you don't always get to do, and we're looking forward to being able to do that. Yeah, it really is. You know, it is more data, and it usually is against better competition. So, you know, those are things that can be factored in. You're mindful of how much weight you put into, you know, maybe a short window or a smaller sample size of performance. But it is a stage. I mean, you know, teams that you know, get towards the College World Series or in the College World Series, it's fun to watch. Now we've seen players absolutely go on a tear and do great things that, you know, maybe have inflated the draft status of a player, and then all of a sudden maybe it hasn't played out in their minor league journey or major league, you know, career. So, but it is just another opportunity to continue to watch these guys perform at a higher level. And so we'll be watching, we'll be in person, and certainly able to watch these games because a lot of them are televised now. I like to just get an understanding of who the person is. And so if there's a chance to sit down and talk with the player or get to know, you know, their family, their coaches, their support staff, I really value that because, you know, it's, for one, a very big investment for an organization, and it gets a lot of attention. And so you want to make sure the quality of the person is right with, you know, being associated to the talent that they have. So I would say that's one of the biggest reasons why I go out and try to see the top talent. Now in terms of, you know, my evaluations, yeah, I mean, I think it can be a factor from time to time, but you know, the process isn't really about one evaluation or even two evaluations. I mean, there's, you know, projection systems and scouting reports. So, you know, yeah, it still goes back to, I want to understand, you know, what we're getting, not only from a talent standpoint, but from a person standpoint.
The current state of the team, or even the labor thing that's going on here in the next little bit, do either one of those things play into what you prefer in terms of a player's proximity to major league play?
No, it doesn't factor in. It doesn't. You know, we're looking to find the best players that we can, and they come in different shapes and sizes and timelines. And it's really about adding talent to this organization and, you know, finding value, really. And that value can be used in a lot of different ways. Obviously, you know, when they get to the big leagues and produce, but also, you know, on a trade market, you know, this prospect capital is real. So, you know, we're looking for players that we feel like are going to boost our system. Just focus on the talent, and you know, I think some of the traps could be focused. You know, you're looking at your major league club and you're trying to fill a need, and that is a trap that we want to avoid. And so, you know, we've done a great job, you know, bringing in up the middle talent, you know, whether it be shortstop, second base. You know, we've got players that, you know, we've got Jacob Gonzalez up here playing first base. We've got Sam Antonacci playing left field. So, you know, fundamentally, that's something that we have prioritized and will continue to do that. You know, I look at the San Diego Padres, and, you know, you look pretty much across their diamond in the outfield, and you've got prior shortstops, and so it can provide a lot of flexibility. Oftentimes your major league club can be really athletic, both run, defend, and obviously hit as well with that up the middle talent. So now that doesn't mean that if there's an outfielder or pitcher or catcher that you don't take that talent, but in this case we're focused on getting the best player that we can.